A Ugandan court on Friday handed down a life sentence for the mastermind of twin bombings targeting football fans in Kampala that killed 76 people. The court also sentenced 4 accomplices to life behind bars for the 2010 suicide attacks, while 2 others received 50-year sentences. They faced the death penalty, but their lawyers pleaded for lighter sentences on the grounds that they were young and had been brainwashed. Of the 13 men tried, 7 were convicted of terrorism, murder and attempted murder. They came from Uganda, Kenya and Tanzania. 5 others were acquitted of those charges, while another was acquitted of lesser crimes.
They were brainwashed, and it's good the judge looked into it because these were young people. They were in their early 20s. And of course it's also a message for virtually all the heads of states or all the governments in East Africa. You see, there's something with our youth. People who are so youthful, they're unemployed. You see, they leave school, and then somebody comes around and gives them something small. They end up doing what these people did.
The High Court found the men had premeditated and planned the attack. On sentencing, the judge said life imprisonment would be a better punishment than hanging, as it would teach the perpetrators a lesson. In Uganda, the death sentence is the maximum penalty for terrorism offenses.
Death sentence, in as much as there have been victims and the whole community abhors terrorism, murder and so on and so forth, death sentence is not a proper way of assuaging, as the judge has rightfully put.
5 of the men convicted were given life imprisonment, while the other 2 will spend 50 years in jail. 76 fans watching a football match in Kampala died, and several were injured in the July 2010 attack. Al-Shabaab claimed responsibility for the incident as a reprisal for Uganda's involvement in the African Union mission in Somalia. The defense lawyer had asked for a lenient sentence, saying the convicts are young men and had families to take care of. But the judge argued that those who were killed had families too. The 8th convict was charged with aiding and abetting terrorism and given 1 year of community service. The High Court yesterday freed 5 suspects, saying they didn't have a hand in the attacks, but they were not released. 3 of them were Kenyan and 2 were Ugandan nationals.
The fact that they were set free, I mean, we can't just release them from here. We need to hand them to the Kenyan authorities. So the immigration is helping us to work on their paperwork. So it is on security safety grounds. The same applies with the 2 Ugandans.
The prosecution had earlier asked for the death sentence to be handed to these convicts. This ruling brings to end a 6-year legal process for the men convicted of planning Uganda's worst terror attack. The judge says it affirms Uganda's commitment to fighting terrorism, and it's a warning to all those planning such attacks. Isabel Nakiria, CCTV, Kampala.